Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us today on this edition of the Kathie J Show. We have the ladies from the Arthritis Foundation. We're going to talk about the Jingle Bell Run. Please welcome Grace and Annie to the show. Thank you for being here today. Yay.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Grace Shear, please tell everyone your title with the Arthritis Foundation.
Sure. I'm the Associate Director. So I work with two other staff members here at the Arthritis Foundation in Colorado. And we're going to talk about what we do.
Yeah, because I people wonder if it's genetics. They don't realize that babies can have it. We're going to talk about all of that. Spoiler alert, babies can have it. And Annie, please tell everyone your association with the Jingle Bell Run and Arthritis Foundation.
I am a volunteer.
I love that.
I came to the foundation 3 years ago and volunteered for the Jingle Bell Run in 2022, and I'm still here.
Did you have arthritis?
No,
Why
I
did you
didn't.
choose this organization?
I chose this to honor my sister-in-law who was diagnosed with RA when she was in her 20s, and she had passed away. And I totally wanted to honor her by becoming involved with the foundation because I really appreciate their mission to find a cure for arthritis, to find better treatments, and to provide services to individuals and their families that are diagnosed with arthritis so that they can lead a really full life.
Yes. And that's awesome. So many different things in our lives, and this one spoke to you. RA, you said rheumatoid arthritis, correct? That's what that is. Now let's go to what you had mentioned, living with it, the pain, all of that associated. Let's move over to you. So arthritis, what is it? How many kinds? Is it genetic? Let's go for it. Tell everybody.
Well, arthritis itself describes joint pain in general. So
Okay.
it actually encompasses hundreds of different diagnoses.
Right, because just think about that alone. Yes, okay, anywhere. It's okay. It gets
Definitely.
under an umbrella of arthritis.
Yes.
Okay.
And under that, there's two major types that we hear about a lot and deal with. One is degenerative arthritis, where it's like wear and tear between your joints causing the pain. And then the other is inflammatory arthritis, which actually rheumatoid arthritis falls under. So that's when your immune system starts to attack the type of tissue that's in your joints causing the pain.
Both of those sound horrible.
Yeah, they are.
And you had to see your sister-in-law live with the pain from a young age.
Yes, she was diagnosed in her 20s, and I think by the time she passed away, she had had 35 surgeries to fuse her joints so she could continue living.
Okay.
And she was so brave and so wonderful, but she literally lived in pain for all of those years. And at the beginning, there was only one medication to treat RA. Now, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, with the research that the foundation has helped fund,
Yes.
there are many more choices. And also because of the foundation advocacy, they're affordable.
And that is so important.
It is very
Explain
important.
why she needed fusions for the inflammatory means everything's just swollen, everything is inflamed. So which nothing means their blood's not going there to help it and get it, healing. It's just there's just a block of everything going on.
Yeah.
So why was she fusing?
Because the joints were broken down, basically, and no longer, when the pain, obviously, but it's autoimmune, so your body's attacking itself, basically.
Right. And
Yes,
that is that
so
fibromyalgia? Is that's a
That
is
doesn't fall under arthritis, but I think they experience very similar.
yes, you hear them saying it's a pain in their joints. So when you talk about, I'm sorry, were you going to
Well, I
say?
was going to say you mostly hear about osteoarthritis.
Yes.
And, 1 in 4 Americans will be diagnosed with osteoarthritis. But a whole lot of us have osteoarthritis, and our doctors never mentioned, that we had arthritis.
Well, yeah, you had a procedure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, explain
I
that. Okay.
Well, I had
and then
it-
we're going to go back to the other. Explain
No,
that.
but I had a hip replacement, and my orthopedic doctor / surgeon never even once mentioned arthritis. It was his PA. I said, well, what, is this arthritis? And he said, well, yeah, it's osteoarthritis. And I said, so am I going to have it in my other hip? And he said, it doesn't work that way. You may not, So I think there's a lot of people that go through their lives and have pain, and they really have not been diagnosed. And that's one of our goals as a foundation, to provide the education to doctors, to caregivers, to individuals, because there is help.
We're speaking today with Grace and Annie from the Arthritis Foundation. We need more money because this sounds like something that could affect all of us, because it sounds like more and more can fall under the arthritis umbrella. How many people have arthritis? What's the stats?
1 in 4, so roughly 60 million Americans,
Yes.
adults, and we estimate hundreds and thousands of children.
Wow.
So that's anybody under 16 or under is considered.
That's a lot.
Following in that juvenile arthritis
All
category.
right, let's talk about the juvenile arthritis.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a power pack.
Yeah.
You have patients as young as how old are showing signs of
You
arthritis?
can be year and a half, 2 years old.
And it's not all genetics, right?
It's not necessarily genetic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm not a doctor. I can't say for sure. I think sometimes they see genetic patterns.
Right.
But it's been really difficult to pinpoint exactly. Like sometimes with cancer, you can say it's a specific
Yes.
gene.
Right.
I
This isn't
don't
that.
think that's been found.
Right.
yet.
So like it's kind of the luck of the draw, is what you're saying?
Could be. Could be. Yeah,
Okay.
it could be.
All right.
that.
So the power pack. Let's talk about the children.
Yeah.
Tell us why and what's in here.
So this is a power pack.
I love this. From the Arthritis Foundation.
It's from the Arthritis Foundation. It's free. We provide it to families who have a child who's been diagnosed.
Okay.
They can request it through their doctor. They can go to arthritis.org and fill out a form, and then it gets sent to them. And what it has on the inside is really kind of cool.
Well, show me. I'm excited.
Well,
It's
one
like
of
a
these for
Christmas
myself.
present
I know.
for all of us. Is that one of those warming bear thingies?
Yes.
Oh,
So
my goodness.
It's a hot, cold bear. It's called Champ. He's
love
kind of
that.
our JA mascot.
Because if you have juvenile arthritis, I mean, you don't know what's happening. All you know is you're in pain and you can't play as much,
achy.
and right,
Yeah,
and
you're
that's got
stiff.
it's got to suck.
Well, this is why kids tend to get diagnosed around 1.5 to 2 years old, because that's when they start to get active.
Oh yeah,
If they're not meeting their milestones like walking, or they meet a milestone and then suddenly regress and stop moving, then that's often, for parents, that's a sign to seek some help and see what's going on.
okay.
But Champ you can put him in the microwave. He gets
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He gets warm.
Oh, he's heavy.
He's heavy. You can put him in the microwave and he'll be warm, or you can stick him in the fridge and use as a cold pack, depending on what helps.
Yep.
But it's a nice little comforting way to help kids feel better.
Yeah.
And then, that's not all. In here, there's also, we have a little book for the kids
Yep.
to
Okay.
learn
to
about
learn about it. Yeah.
arthritis. It can also be an invisible disease, right? There's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look at someone and you don't necessarily think, oh, they have arthritis
At all. I mean, arthritis you think of as an older person's issue. You would not think that your classmate would have it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it totally would be hidden, other than they were in pain. And how sad would
Exactly.
that be? They'd have to suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Or they say, I can't run today.
Right.
And often they're not believed because they were fine the day before.
Right. Oh, that's got it. Okay. Yeah. Right. It's totally up and down. Yes, absolutely. So. So this is awesome. You can go to the arthritisfoundation.org to sign up to get those.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm sure there's a lot of adults with arthritis that would like that bear.
I bet.
I wouldn't mind. So if someone out there has been in pain, is it easy to get a diagnosis if they head to their doctor? Or what do they need to tell them? Like, I have this pain. Maybe it's not my sciatica. Maybe this whole time I've had arthritis. How can they advocate for themselves better?
Yeah, I can share a little bit, and you might have some personal advice to share. But I think, keeping track of your symptoms is really important.
I wouldn't even writing it down. I had this pain after I worked out, or I had this pain after I was sitting. Yeah, okay.
Or even a cold day or a wet day, if it's rainy or snowy.
I forgot arthritis is it's gonna rain tonight.
Yeah,
I forgot
I can
it's
feel
those
it in my
people.
knee.
I can feel it in my
Yeah.
knees. Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
It obviously is. So many people say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so keep track of that.
Keep track of those kinds of things. Or even sometimes patterns with how you're feeling depending on your diet could be a factor.
If you're eating a lot of glucose and all that sugar and stuff, it's not good in general. But yeah, definitely I hear a lot of issues. My friend's child has autism, and it's big on the diet as well. Like, so I could understand that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So those are really important.
Dairy bloats me all the time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Those are really important things to be able to talk about, because your doctor, one of the first things they might ask is, well, are you stiff and in pain in the morning or mostly at night? Because from that they can figure out, is it being still that makes you stiff, or is it movement
Active,
on your
right,
joints
that
makes you feel
it's irritating it at the end of the day.
down at the end of the day. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, if you don't feel good, go to the doctor. I think a lot of people,
Grace, they just take some leave and they just keep moving. What we're dealing with.
I'm the same way, and my husband's the same way. But something feels off, go see a doctor. And if they dismiss you and it doesn't feel right that they're dismissing you, find another doctor or keep trying, and keep track of all the things so that you can say, well, this isn't helping, and I can prove to you why. And so I think that's really important.
That's very good.
Yeah.
You want to add anything to it, Annie?
Well, I am a very active person, do yoga, walk, bike, hike, snowshoe, everything. And I was having trouble with my left leg. And I knew I was going to need to be with an orthopedic doc, because I had to lift up my leg to get it in and out of the car.
Oh.
That's how bad my left hip was.
Ow.
But I went to my orthopedic doctor, and he said, well, you're not bone on bone yet, so you really don't need surgery. And I said, okay,
That
so
sounds awful.
what?
Yeah.
So what do I do? And he says, well, when you wake up and you look in the mirror one day and you decide, I've just had it, then you give me a call. So I called him the next day, and 11 days later, I had my hip replacement.
Wow.
Because it was just before COVID. But I mean,
But you were just you were your own advocate, because that to me, the doctor was saying, it's up to you. I'll be here whenever you feel like it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
that you
Like
were
it's optional.
Yeah, it's optional. If you want to keep waiting, because I'm sure a lot of people, it's like diagnose them with some drugs for the pain and keep it going. And that's not the answer, especially when the Arthritis Foundation has come so far.
Right.
You were mentioning the medicine.
Yes,
Talk about that.
And also, the Arthritis Foundation is a wealth of free information. I mean, you go to their website and you can find out everything. I mean, they will have symptoms listed. They have resources. They even research which bottle of aspirin you should use, because it's easier to open if you have arthritis in your fingers.
Wow.
I mean, all of that is on the website, and it's free, and it's not that difficult to navigate. Plus, there's a 1-800 number. You can get help 24/7, basically. And that, to me, is a huge gift.
What other that's amazing. So that means that you're listening to your customers and your patients if you have the details of what bottles easier to open.
Yeah.
What else is on that website, Grace? Or yes, that people can use. Please tell us.
Oh my gosh, so much.
Yeah, because now I just want to go to start seeing. I'm curious. Because I have to use the rubber things to get things open sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, me too. Yeah, resources like Annie mentioned, symptoms that you might experience and what that might mean. There are articles about different kinds of foods, like anti-inflammatory diets. You hear a lot about that people try in addition to any medical support that they're getting to try to make some positive change with their symptoms.
Yeah. Forums of people talking to each other.
Actually, one of the coolest things in the recent time in the foundation is they have webinars.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
go and you can click and you can go to a live one. They advertise when it's going to be, Thursday, December 3rd, 5 to 7. But you can see them after. You don't have to be there. And they're incredible, like how to manage your pain, what is a good diet, anti-inflammatory diet, what do, how to enjoy your exercise. And exercises, like the recent one that I looked at was what exercises you can do in your bed before you get up in the morning.
That would be great.
I mean, it's awesome. And,
I'm thinking a lot
and
of
it shows,
people-
you can watch it.
Yes.
So it's not like you have to hire a trainer or go to a physical therapist.
Yep.
It's right there. And I really, literally, I just watched that a week ago. And I had been doing 2 of those exercises. Now I get to do all of them.
Right, why not?
I know, because it was right there. So
That's awesome.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure it also miss, like, if you have arthritis and you're in pain, should you move that knee?
Sure. Yep.
Or do you want to just let it freeze right up? Like, I'm sure, like, if anything that you're thinking, that's your website, arthritisfoundation.org.
Yes.
Also, we talk about the cool stuff. You have the event, the fundraisers, things like that, like the
Yeah.
fun Jingle Bell run that's coming up.
Yes.
Now, this, everybody, it's coming up December 8th. And it's a chance for you to put on all of the fun, festive fun gear and just blow it out, right? Like that is what this run has turned into.
Yeah.
The
It
people that
is.
show up, it is like a bunch. I just like,
It's so much fun.
yes, tell everybody about it.
Yeah. So it's coming up on December 8th. It's at Wash Park here in Denver.
Uh-huh.
And it's a 5K run.
We can all handle it.
You can run, you can walk.
Yeah, right.
We say you can stroll, you can roll, whatever
do it.
is your mode of transportation.
Whatever floats it.
You could be a serious runner. It can be timed, and you can get an official official time if you would like. But it's also just a lot of fun, like you're talking about. Teams come, families come, and they dress up in coordinated costumes. They have a theme. We'll have a pancake breakfast, and dogs are welcome. Dogs
Yay.
will dress up in costume.
yeah, we have a
Yes.
costume contest for humans and their pets.
Good, as you should.
We have a kids tent that has face painting and activities and crafts for the children to do.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we serve coffee and hot chocolate. And like she said, we have a pancake breakfast. We'll have carolers. This year we're having special Star Wars characters along the route.
That's awesome.
I hear we're getting stormtroopers.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I might have to but say that again. Say it again. Tell everybody again.
There'll be stormtroopers there.
Stormtroopers along the route. Oh my God. Some with Santa hats probably. I just want to throw that out. Or a scarf around
Or a
their neck.
scarf, yeah.
Oh my God, that'd
Elf
be
ears.
amazing.
We have Santa and elves. Frosty the Snowman leads a kids fun run just at the beginning of the race. We have our opening ceremonies, and then Frosty will lead the little kids
Yes.
on a fun run.
How
And,
cute.
yes.
So is this your 40th? Wait.
It's the 40th overall.
Uh-huh.
The first Jingle Bell run ever
Okay.
actually started in Seattle.
Okay.
So it's their 40th.
Okay. But it's overall, yes. Okay. But it's very cool.
Yeah.
And what is it here to Denver?
We think it's in the 20 plus.
I was going to say,
So
I've
at
heard of the
least-
Jingle Run here
yeah.
before.
At least 20 years.
Okay,
More
yeah,
than 20 years.
That's good. That's a good run.
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. But what time does it all start?
Starts at 9.
Starts at 9.
Yeah.
The pancake breakfast and everything.
Pancakes will be after the run.
Okay.
But come at 9, get yourself registered, situated. We'll have a little bit of an opening ceremony. And actually, our honoree this year is a little 3-year-old girl and her family. So they'll tell us about their story and why the Jingle Bell Run is so important and what the Arthritis Foundation does. And then we kick everything off.
We'll actually be there if somebody wants to register the day of. If they
Yep.
just can't figure out if they get off work or not, you can come and register the day of, because we will be there and set up, like 8:30.
Yeah.
And that's when we serve coffee and hot chocolate while people are getting ready and getting their teams all together. Because, the teams all come in costumes, and it's
Yeah.
fun. So
Yeah, no, I
everybody
mean,
needs-
Grace and Annie, I just want everybody out there, like, if you've been looking for something to get you in that holiday spirit and you get to give back, this is it, because everybody's going to be dressed up, having a good time. sounds like big mood of hugging and cheering and being festive. And
Yeah.
you get to say you gave money to the Arthritis Foundation, which you have leaps and bounds that you're coming with your research and the medicine. And is there anything new that you're excited about or anything that you want to share with us?
Yeah, well, actually, here in Denver locally, we have 2 support groups
Okay.
that meet on Zoom and also in person.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Support groups, because a lot
Yeah.
of people feel like they're so alone.
Yeah.
It's one thing to go to the website and read it, but to know
Yeah.
that we can and you can interact. Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. You can tell people about it.
Oh, it's all good. You're fine, Kathy.
Yeah.
So one of them is for adults with arthritis, and it's led by a gentleman himself who has arthritis. So he knows what he's talking about. But it's just a great way for people to get together, share their experiences, know that they're not alone. And then the other support group is for parents and caregivers of kids who are diagnosed.
It's got to be hard.
Oh,
It's got to be hard.
I can't imagine.
it's tear jerking, actually.
Because not only did you see her in pain, you had to see your brother watching her in pain, and it affects everyone, right? She
Well, and
can't.
every parent has a different story, and then they share and learn from one another, which is really wonderful. You know, this is how we give our daughter her shots every day. This is what works for us to not make her cry. I mean, can you imagine?
No,
You know,
no.
yeah.
So,
but
but
it's
I'm glad
really
that they're there
important
to
that
help.
they have that.
Yes.
that opportunity.
Yes, because no one knows it like people that are walking in your shoes. So, but you're the
Exactly.
support to let them know that you won't let them fall, and that's so
Yeah.
important. So important, Grace. Before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to tell everybody? This is the holiday season. Come on, everybody.
Well, our goal is to raise $80,000 this year,
Okay.
and I think we're gonna get pretty close. but
No,
we
no,
can't
we're
do
not.
it.
We need it. We need your help right now. We have a
can't-
long way to go to
Exactly.
get that community center.
We can't do it without
We can't
everybody's
do
help.
it. No, for real.
Yes, and everybody comes to the Jingle Bell Run, makes a donation. But if you can't come to the Jingle Bell Run, we still want your donation.
That's exactly right. Now we're talking, Annie.
Yes.
That's exactly right. Do they need to go to the Jingle Bell website, jbr-denver.org? Fill it out right there.
Yes.
We want to register and everything.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Right.
Excellent.
And
So
all of the fundraising dollars stay here in Colorado for the programs
I
that
love
Grace was
that
just
you
talking
threw
about.
that in, Annie.
Yes.
That's
Good
very
point.
important to
Yeah.
so many
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the money stays right here. So the Jingle Bell Run, December 8th, jbr-denver.org. Thank you to Grace. Thank you to Annie.
We'll see you all in Wash Park.
Yes, I know, with your
Yes.
dogs, with your fun elf costumes on. Santa will be there. Hot cocoa. I can't wait. We'll be there. I'm going to be there. We'll get the family. Let's do this. All right.
Yes.
And it's all for a good cause, helping everybody. Because who knows, any of us could have arthritis as we get old. You know, who knows?
Well, 1 in 4 of us will.
1 in 4. And yeah, it's a big umbrella, like you said. Everybody have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for being
Thank
here.
you, Kathy.
Thank you for having us.
Kathy J.